Well, the DK is definitely the kind of hero that you can play around like that if you didn't put them in the sacrifice lane. I still think that they'll have a lot of options to go for in terms of offlaner. All of the bans right now have been core focused, apart from the Chen, but not really
Radiance bad.
offlane style cores apart from the Bad Riot.
Ooh,
So
spicy.
EG also wants to push lanes, I see, and threaten towers.
They can fight
Um,
back against the push with the Kunkka. They can do the same with the Arc Warden. Late game is looking secured as well for EG. So they might just go with the same plan as 4Zoomers. If Zoomers aren't planning to fight early, I don't think EG has to force that either. They've been very active. They've been very strong in the early mid-game fights and how they take map control. I think yesterday was the best indicator about how dangerous EG can be when they are kind of forced to play the early mid-game to take the map control away, choke out your opponents, and play it smartly from there. But they definitely know the late game. EG is one of those teams that can stretch games to like 70 minutes and thrive in those games.
I have so much experience on that lineup, like in the leadership of that lineup specifically. Of course, Kitrak and Ryoya are a lot newer than that. Both have been around in NA mostly, but not in like the global scene.
10 seconds
Yep.
to
I gotta say though that Kitrak, Clockwork, again,
5 seconds remain.
it's gonna be good. I have absolutely loved this guy's roaming so far, so I am looking forward for that at the very least.
Well, some comfortable heroes. If we talk Kitrak's Clockwork, we got Ocean's SD, which has been a winning factor for Zoomers in several games. And this is the place to show, because we're in the top 3. The winner from here goes up against Quincy Crew in a best-of-5 finals, which is scheduled to be starting in around 3 hours. So, I mean, what you want here is either a tight series, or I wouldn't even say a fast 2-0, because you want to get warmed up. You want to have that momentum build up, have a little bit of a break in between, and then have the confidence to go into the finals, because Quincy Crew already knows that if they end up against EG, they're scared. If they go up against 4Zoomers, they might feel a bit more comfortable because they've already won them once. 4Zoomers have already beat EG once in this playoffs. They're the team that dropped EG into the lower bracket, and therefore this can be the place for some vendetta for EG if they want to take a full 2-0 here, because they've been 2-0ing the entire lower bracket ever since they dropped in there, and now they have to meet up with the nemesis, so to say, again. And the last picks, there's the Zeus. EG's lineup is complete. It was going to happen, and it definitely did. Zeus through. Zoomers were banning the Tidehunter and the SK. So they were thinking that these guys are maybe missing, what, a frontliner? Because it looks like what they were trying to look for is either team fight or frontline. And they get Zeus with a backline, which is completely different of a way of thinking in here, which I kind of like that EG are bold to go for this pick. And it's kind of messing with 4Zoomers' mindset right now. Last pick, Storm Spirit maybe? Earth Spirit, okay.
So that's a core venge then? Ooh, Ocean on the Earth Spirit instead of on the Shadow Demon as well. So we're moving that one. Interesting. So what EG said basically with that Zeus last pick is, all right, we trust in the Arc Warden. We're gonna take this late. You can come at us. We don't need a big tempo hero next to this Kunkka. The Kunkka is just going to frontline anything you throw at us. And that means 4Zoomers has got to go. So they respond with the last pick. All right, fine, we get a support that goes. And of course, upgrading the Vengeful Spirit to a core is going to mean that she can get active early as well. She hits hard. You can use those swaps or some pretty good, like, you don't get to walk away from me plays.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of this falls on Gunnar then, because he is going to be the core that they're going to be gathering around, while Sammy Boy basically plays the lane push game against Arteezy. And a lot hangs on the balance of that mid lane, Ryoya versus Gunnar.
Definitely does, and I'm actually thinking about here, do they actually even want to play around the DK? Do they just want to go Venge SD and Earth Spirit and just play as 3, then maybe have the DK after his first item to line up with them after that? I think it's more down to the supports, how they play this game, and especially Monkeys Forever. How long does he want to farm in lane? When does he want to rotate out? Does he want to help out in the early game with the laning stages at all? Is he just going to sit in lane? Because these are the questions that we're kind of thinking at this point. And how is EG? Are they going to put the pressure? Because it definitely looks like they have 4 heroes that can definitely do it. And Arc Warden just farms up and shows up if they need it. And they always have the illusion once he hits if he does go for the Boots of Travel build, to have the Arc Warden with the split push. They already have the Kunkka, so X marking and teleporting around is definitely one thing that they can abuse into their advantage. But it's still the global presence. You still have Zeus ultimate at least, if there's a fight breaking loose somewhere.
Yep. I still think that they're going to be taking it easy on Aegis unless you see a really good opening. As for Gunnar waiting for any items, I mean, with the DK you'd like to always use that ult on towers when you can, but you don't necessarily need to fight with it. You just want to make sure that you contribute in getting those first 3 towers down, because after you do that, you've got a big influx of gold, and you're usually going either a Blink Dagger or maybe, with the changes now, a Shadow Blade with that. Have you seen Silver Edge? Slows?
Yeah, I've looked at Silver Edge, and I felt like it's a potential item for specific heroes. The ones that I'm instantly thinking about is pub game Wraith Kings, but overall like Slarks potentially, who would like to benefit from that item. But then there's also like the item still costs a lot. It looks like a really good item if they've made it into a more late game potential item. I was waiting for a few patches. When are they going to do something about the Silver Edge? And they finally did. There are also a couple things that I'm interested about. I want to see if there's any Wraith bans on any non-agility heroes. Like, we're talking if there was a Doom in a draft or a Tiny in a draft, for example, because they don't have that base armor. So it would be nice to see if there are going to be some extra Wraith bans. TB's armor, at least, is going to be absolutely insane once he gets a couple Wraith bans. 1.5 armor per Wraith band. Ooh.
Yep. He's going to really enjoy that. Well, you know, except against Crit. Crit does not give a hoot. And I just like that EG went for this again. Offlane Zeus? Why not? You've got a 600 HP hero opposite you.
Yeah. One thing that I'm also looking at is we have Husky on Shadow Demon and Ocean playing Earth Spirit.
Yes.
So a little bit of a swap here. I think Ocean's been playing fantastic on the Shadow Demon, but I want to see if Husky can pull off the same type of moves here. Crit sees the SD coming in his back, though. Let's see if he wants to go for it. Monkey's Forever was dropped really low HP, dropped it under his own tower, and here comes Kitrak to help out. Yep, they can't. Well, they could have potentially tried to go on the Zeus. Clockwork is a bit of a harder target to go on. More HP, like 100 more HP is almost the same thing as 2 or 3 more right clicks to deal with.
Ocean just gets his rolling boulder cancelled there. That's unfortunate.
You already have the Metamorph popped up as well in Sammy Boy, so he can farm up this wave relatively fast. Ocean doesn't connect the stun. Crit knows that he can safely TP away. The supports are still looking for him in the trees. Not gonna find him.
They're keeping him busy. That's the most important part, because right now Monkeys is on his own on bottom lane, and that's not easy. Especially not with Fly waiting in the wings.
Yeah, here comes the Hellbear. Right away back onto the safety of his own tower. 580 HP ain't really a lot for Avenge. Have that survivability in lane.
So she has to miss pretty much a whole wave of EXP here.
And we also have our mid matchup, which we haven't taken a closer look at. Kunkka, definitely with Tidebringer, can get a very good advantage in terms of CS in here, but it also makes it a bit harder with the Breathe Fire from the DK, dropping his damage output by a lot. And, you know, basic melee versus melee with both having a decent amount of armor.
Yeah, I don't expect anything to go down in this mid lane.
At least nothing massive.
But we'll have to see on the rotation. Both of these heroes can thwart the other support's rotations, and that would be like, if you don't do a mid-rotation well in this game, it's really not worth it. So
I also think the same. Also think the same, that Probably the Kunkka would do a rotation if he does, but it would allow the DK to pop his ultimate and start just smashing the tower. Track being chased back under his own tower by the supports from 4Zoomers. He is fine there. Meanwhile, Monkeys Forever with 9 last hits. Arteezy's coming in as well with 2 points in Flux. This might be a dead Venge if he gets close enough. Too far away to cast. Won't get the catch on him. If Flux would have connected, that would have been a certain kill. Meanwhile, Crit is in a very hard place right now. Ocean actually kicks him towards Husky. Husky goes for the body blocks. And that is first blood. Sammy will get it. The help of his supports.
Yep. And that's a Bracer here on Sammy Boy as well. And I think what you're going to see during this patch is a lot of Agi heroes getting some Bracers for a nice little bit of extra HP regen.
Not sure if you saw that one, but that was a very close kill. That was a very close kill. So he popped the Flux, instant TP home, and the Spark Wraith connected just before the TP finished.
That's a shame. But yeah, as I was saying, you might see some Wraith bans on Strength heroes for the nice extra bit of armor on top of all your HP, and the other way around.
Yeah, Bracers do add up a tiny bit of extra damage, so you see the +3 damage and the HP regen on Bracers these days. People were saying that Null Talismans are looking good, Wraith Bands are looking strong, Bracers are looking bad. I don't think it's the whole story that the Bracers would be completely bad. I think they're okay. I think the other starting items are looking slightly better. Zeus trying to get a bottle and Veils and Brown Boots. Kittrack intervenes with Ocean, so Ocean can't go for the roll-in. Bubble up. No roll today. Fly is also around, so now we have a tri-lane versus tri, and actually Ocean TP's bottom, trying to contest the 5-minute rune, but Monkeys is only level 3, and Ocean is also level 2 as well, and Arteezy might just get an... okay, won't get an easy kill, will do a lot of damage on this Earth Spirit, but Ocean will survive that one. And as they see that rotation, they might just go straight up to Sammy Boy. Hadouken creep following up, enchant onto the Terrorblade. 400 HP, 15 +3 armor right now. Then you get the aura buff from the tower as well to put it up to +6. You have like 21 armor. You're mitigating 55% of the physical damage you receive.
There's not a lot of physical damage in this top lane, though.
That is very true. That is very true. He's not in huge amounts of trouble, though. But this Zeus, if he starts picking up levels, even if Zeus isn't farming the greatest, as long as he has the sustainability to stay in here, and just keep dishing out these lightning bolts as he's doing. He's already got 2 points in it. Gunnar has also popped his ulti, hoping for a 6-minute action rune. It's a regen, but he was already sitting on pretty high HP and mana right now. Crit gonna go down in the top lane. Husky will get the kill. Kittrack and Fly trying to get a response on the supports here. Nice kick from Ocean, keeping the distance away. Sammy Boy's Courier dies at the same time. We have a Spark Wraith, so that means that Arteezy's also around here with the Illusion. And Ocean dropping really low here in HP as well. But Kittrack, he's surrounded inside the tree. Sammy Boy tries to get a few right clicks in. He needs one more, but gets hit by the power cog and he's pushed away. Ocean, no, he misses the kick as well. Sammy Boy is not able to connect on that.
Now Metamorphosis is nearly down. At the very least, they get to hold their tower on this catapult wave, but it's not the best use of the Metamorphosis that you would have wanted.
He was hoping to get something out of it, but it's not the worst situation, except when his Metamorph runs out. It's really down to Fly and Crit. Do they want to start pressuring this Terrorblade? He's only level 5. 3 points in Metamorph, still on cooldown for 1.5 minutes. That means that he has to lane and slash the farm the easy camp before he has his meta up. And once he has his meta, potentially he might rotate to the triangle. We'll see if he does that. Husky very low on HP. The summoner bullying him, but he's okay. Now Gunnar is being surrounded by Kitrak and Ryoya. X-Mark is there. They've got the cogs to push him back. There's a boat coming in the Torrents as well. The stun goes out onto the Zeus, so he won't get a lightning bolt out. The bubble, looking for it, using it up, but it's still not going to save it because he uses it on Kitrak. And meanwhile, Crit just takes the double kill. Kills both Gunnar and Husky.
Yep. He's got that fail ready exactly at that moment, and he says thank you very much for immediately giving me more money on top of that.
Also means that Zeus is now 5th on net worth, 600 gold against ahead of the Vengeful Spirit. Few hundred gold behind the DK.
Monkeys has not had a great time. He is still going for the Helm of the Dominator. I'm surprised, just because I thought that...
Thought Domi was gone?
The damage. I thought that the damage aura was such a big part of this item that people would just go straight into Plats again, but Monkey's Forever says no. I like having the creep, and I like having the all stats. So
all stats and a potential stun, a high nuke, slow purge. There's still good things to go for, but he is in trouble right now. Needs to look for a swap, but can he get it off? He can, but he still might end up dying, and he sacrifices Ocean's life as well with that, and that's 2 kills going for EG. Gunnar forced away. He tried to save himself with the support and hope that Ocean could maybe get a roll out or something right after that, but nope, not gonna happen this time. They will lose both lives. And EG with a slight net worth lead. Oh, the damage onto Husky. Ryoya has a boat available and 3 points in his X-Mark. Gotta be careful, Husky, because he just might throw his full combo. Disruption. Ocean looking for the roll-in save. He will silence him up first, so he doesn't get the Tidebringer off. And now Monkey's coming in as well, and so is the Terrorblade. They will take down the Kunkka. Trying to look for the Clockwork as well. They will take a double kill here in this one. And Gunnar still stays alive as well. He will get to push with his DK ultimate up, and Enchantress, he is just observing right now. Can he do anything? He's got a Mud Golem in the front line, just keeping the creeps busy, so at least they can destroy those and force the heroes to tank the tower. As you can see, the tower has been slightly balanced. It's not buffed, it's not nerfed. I would say it's balanced a bit more. Slightly faster attack speed, but slightly lower damage. Dropped to 90 damage, as you can see from here. 0.82 attack speed.
Yeah, I think rebalanced is the word that you're looking for there.
Potentially rebalance. Monkey stun. Ocean coming in as well. They will share the battery assault and the flux damage together. Venge might survive, but the ghost is there, and the ghost will be tanked onto Ocean. They will lose Monkeys. They will also lose Ocean right after. And Ryoya with these rotations on the Kunkka making work happen. There's a Zeus ultimate used up as well, forcing them away, and SD almost dying at the same time. Husky with 40 HP. There was a little one-on-one brawl going at the same time.
They definitely have not stopped Sammy Boy from farming though, and I really enjoyed that meta rotation as well. Like, if you go for that full metamorphosis, you definitely want to be able to use it whenever it's up, and yeah.
Arteezy picks up the Blitz Knuckles. Would make a lot of sense on this hero to have that extra attack speed. Plus, it looks like you build the new MKB with Blitz Knuckles these days, right? The Javelin Knuckles and the Demon Edge.
So it's a very nice build up, as well as that it's just a very value damage item. And
it is. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Gunnar in trouble. The DK losing his life here is going to be a big one. Now Arteezy gets the kill as well. He's on a dominating streak. Meanwhile, a hook shot in the backlines. They find the Terrorblade. Sammy Boy trapped up. He does have Sunder. Doesn't get the chance to use it though. Ryoya kills him off with the Tidebringer. Also means that this tower is going to go down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, there was a little bit of a brawl. Crit losing his streak to one of the supports, and also taking one in return. But that was the SD dying.
And you can see that EG is completely fine with that. They get the mid tower instead. That's totally worth it.
DK coming back, ulti for him, gets the stun onto Ryoya. Both still on cooldown for 35 seconds, but they can't follow up on this. Not enough firepower around. Now Monkey's Forever. He's drawing... Wait, the Clockwork is actually drawing a line on the map. The Kitrak's trying to give information that somebody might be heading their way, but they're actually going towards him. Metamorph up.
They're coming for me.
Trying to go for the swap stun. There we go. Drum's used up. They will get the swap. The stun is there as well, and they will finish off Kitrak. Meanwhile, Flux used up by Arteezy's illusion. He will clear out the... they're fine with this. Okay. Just move it closer. The money will be given to Sammy Boy as well.
I thought for a second that it was that he was still in the bubble. That would have been awkward.
But at least they're going to finish off this bot tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, EG trying to get their own push happening with Arteezy's actual hero in the top lane. I wonder if they're going to TP to defend this one or not. Sammy Boy's still metamorphed up for a few seconds. They can lift up the tower.
Too many spark wraiths around already.
It's true.
It's not safe to go in there.
They could still mass TP, but is it worth it?
I don't think so. How about instead you harass Fly, get some ward vision up.
Oh, Ocean takes the bait. Ryoya comes in. They will dodge the torrent with a disruption from Husky. Kittrack's around as well, but the boat doesn't actually connect on the Earth Spirit, but the right clicks from Fly should be enough to kill him off, and Kittrack also takes down Husky. Both supports falling from 4Zoomers. And now we have Gunnar just sitting in mid. He does have a Blink Dagger now available on this DK. 15-ish seconds for his ulti form to be ready. The only tier 1 tower to push is only in top, and you don't really want to go to that top tower. One thing, yeah.
He's got that blink already, so he's fine with that. I also wanted to mention that the Dire right now, pushing the bottom tier 1 usually gave you access to the Ancients on the Radiant side, but since those have been moved to the Radiant Triangle, you can't get control of both camps anymore. And that means the Sammy Boy has to retreat to his own triangle.
Yes, that's actually what I was just about to talk about, was about the outpost. Since you need to destroy an enemy tier 2 tower to be able to take away one of the outposts. But does that also mean that you can't recover your own outpost until you have also destroyed a tower? So your enemy's holding on to both outposts until then. It's only going to be a Fly kill, but it's a kill nevertheless. Level 1 ultimate. You can see how slow these right clicks are, but they get the job done. But back on the original topic, can you recover outposts if you haven't destroyed a tier 2 tower?
I believe you can, yes. But only, like, your own, of course.
Because that's something that I want to see if that is the case. However, EG with Roshan and 4Zoomers is stacking up for a smoke, but it's taking quite a long time. They need to run instantly. If they go straight to the pit without waiting, they're actually giving up this Roche. They're dropping it halfway, and there's an Arteezy illusion that just expires. Husky spotted. So many Spark Wraiths. At least the Ogre Frostmage is tanking some of them. They reveal themselves. Nobody will take Roshan. They will cancel EG's attempts. But EG might look for a possible reinitiation. It just goes down to Conquer and Clockwork. Who do they get? And how do they find them? Kittrack taking a vantage point here for himself. Rocket Flare thrown out. This is an indicator for 4Zoomers, though. Even though it is giving them vision, also telling them that something's up. The Conqueror into the pit. Dummy creep will be quickly cleared out.
And they go again.
Zoomers are still around the area. Now they start Roshan, and they are slowly moving towards Gunnar. Has his Blink Dagger off cooldown once again. Zeus ultimate cancels it once again, but there's a really nice hook shot. They catch the Vengeful Spirit in the backline. Ocean trying to get his ulti off as well, but that Roshan is going down, and Arteezy picks up the Aegis. 4Zoomers instantly on the retreat. They force the buyback out. There's a swap coming in at the same time. They only find Kittrack for this, and EG are happy with that trade. Roshan for a support and a buyback.
And now they're going to have some real trouble killing Arteezy. Even if you swap him out of his bubble, Aegis is just going to go off, and then you're going to have to do it all over again. Sammy Boy, he's gone back to the drums build. Interesting.
I think there was some discussion about Vlad's being a potential support item and drums being the core item these days.
Yeah, I'd say so. The Vlad's, like, the aura is the biggest part of the Vlad's. Whereas for the drums, the stats and the move speed on yourself are really big as well.
Very dangerous waters here for 4Zoomers. Since there's 3 EG heroes around that will back out. They've got some good aggressive vision planted down, so they see this entire area. As long as those outposts remain. They also have a defensive ops ward, and they have a 4th ward placed in front of the Roche pit. With all these nice changes and ads, would they finally fix spectator mode to let us show how many smokes and wards they have in stock? Please? Please?
That sounds
Valve,
like
please?
spring cleaning. I don't think we did any cleaning this spring.
It's true. Still waiting for that. Still waiting for it. I'll keep reminding about it once a month to keep you updated on that, so...
Can we also get coaches to watch player perspective? Thank you.
Yep, that would also be a thing. Well, 18 minutes played in our first match of the lower bracket finals. EG in a 2k lead, holding onto the Aegis, and Arteezy's Illusion giving some information. Meanwhile, Ocean in the river, and he sees Crit, and Crit also sees him. He's just he's just gonna cancel that TP. What you gonna do?
Die.
You're standing in front of him. There's no way you're gonna teleport out in front of a Zeus with a lightning bolt ready. Resistance is futile.
It is. But Sammy Boy's got his Sanjin Yasha finished, so he's a lot tankier now, as well as that the status resist is just really nice for him. Next, going up into a BKB, you can't really make do with just a Manta style when there's this much magical damage geared towards you as well. You need to be able to actually stand and fight, as opposed to, you know, evade or remove a debuff. But he's going to have to
Gunner's
be
gotta
quick
be
with it.
careful. Does take a bit of damage from this Arteezy Illusion. He's dropped to half HP. Aggressive Vision is also placed down. Got more info about what's happening. The dire scan used into the bottom side of the map, so Sammy Boy taking the course to farm a bit more aggressively, knowing that there's probably no one there. Monkeys, well, they're gonna, at least little monkeys forever getting initiated on, will go down. Now they finally spot the Terrorblade as well. They get themselves a pick off, potentially a tier 2 tower, and then they can steal this outpost.
Yep, and you know what? I think Crit's a Zeus player, because that was a completely superfluous ult, but he was like, yep, this is my kill. And that's how you play Zeus, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly, and now Kitrak will get blink stunned by Gunner. Trying to get the kill on this Clockwork, they will get it. Ocean and Sammy Boy collapsing also on top.
So, Monkeys Forever is going for this big, well, normally it would be an aura build. I have to step back from that because Helmut's Dominator doesn't have an aura anymore. But he's really a supporting core here. He's going for the Vlads next. And once he's got that, even if he dies, his illusion will still have it. And that means that Sammy Boy will once again be able to stand and fight. But that's going to be on the high ground, most likely. Either that or another standoff around Roche. But I would be surprised if EG positioned this aggressive right now and then let this Aegis time out without at least trying for a high ground push on top.
Yep. You see this new mango tree indicator in the top right corner?
It's cute.
Cute little mango. TP's coming in bottom. Crit. Arteezy's Illusion.
Yeah.
Rolling around in the area. Well, Ocean's found. Hello.
It's one of the ways that you can, as 4Zoomers, at least force them back now, though, because if you threaten a tier 2, normally this tower doesn't really mean that much, but now it means, hey, I can take your outpost. So EG actually forced back by that, and they get to deward their own jungle a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, and now BKB up on Terrorblade, so TB is ready to fight. These two items are gonna give enough. And now I want to know, does he go damaged or does he go Scotty? Does he build up more tankiness, which he might potentially need? Also, 4Zoomers, even they... Yeah.
Maybe not on him, but on... Probably on the DK, actually? Or it might be the DK.
Well, I would put the Scotty totally on this Terrorblade. But if they decide to build it, that is. Fly will go down. When we saw those rotations hit into the bottom lane, 4Zoomers didn't actually go for the outpost in the top area, so it might have been giving them the impossible to take back button, but let's see what happens. Kitrak will be in the middle of this crazy 4Zoomer stack. Another Arteezy Illusion around as well. They'll get the Dominator creep to safety. The illusion will expire. So what I'm thinking, yeah, what I was thinking about with the outpost that they can't take it back is probably just saying EMARP, EMARP, so they can't You can't take it back.
Mm.
They haven't made any moves towards this. So I guess you're stuck with getting no XP until you push to a tower. I guess.
You know, I don't even know why I didn't check that. I've been playing with this patch for like hours today, and I just legit haven't checked that.
That's something that
Tend
I'm
to do
interested
that
in.
between games.
Also, what I was thinking, we haven't seen Holy Lockets on anyone. I was waiting to see that 4 Protect 1 healing strat to kick in, but let's see. Sammy Boy might be in a bit of trouble here because they're going onto the Arc Warden Illusion and a Zeus ultimate. A lot of damage coming in. Ryoya does get silenced off with the BKB. He will get rid of the silences thrown out by Ocean. They will find Monkeys forever. Sammy Boy turning around now with the Terrible Metamorph popped up, and a lot of damage needs to be dealt here. He needs to get some kills on, but he's disarmed, and he's also sitting under a Nimbus, but he pops his BKB. Now trying to hit on the Kunkka Gunner, dropping really low on HP as well. They're trying to control RTZ in the backline by Ocean, and now they finally get their chance to hit onto RTZ. Can they take him down? Sammy Boy just right-clicking him to death, and now Kidrak intervening in the situation. Sammy Boy goes for a double, and Crit will finally take down the Terrorblade, and now Ocean chasing up the Zeus. Zeus is very low on mana. Fly is following up as well. Another ultimate tick will come out from Ocean, but it's a very tight fight. Gunner coming in as well. The Illusion coming in from the bench sphere as well. They will take down Crit, and it's a 1 versus 1 fight. Who's gonna take it? Is it gonna be Bambi? Is it gonna be the Dragon? He doesn't have the attack speed to deal with Fly. He's a right kick away. Come on, hit him, baby. And now Fly forcing the dragon away. The creatures of the forest are driving the mythical dragons out, and now Gunner looking for the turnaround. Blink with the stun. He's healing up. Ocean is now Husky actually is coming back in to help his friend, and with those shadow poison stacks, can he get it? Can he get it? There's also Kidrak coming in with the clockwork as well. The hook shot will connect as well. The BKB pop as well from Gunner, but he just can't hit though. He can't get the damage output. There's now the disruption coming in from Husky as well, keeping Fly away. They will take down Husky. Gunner, meanwhile, still alive, gets the stun on Kidrak, and Kidrak survives with a sliver of HP. And oh my god, what a hype 1 versus 1. Husky gets the kill on Fly with the damage. The shadow poison ticks finally get the thing done.
But
wow,
was it worth it?
That was beautiful, Kips.
Did you see that Monkeys Forever, his illusion, he needed to micro it so well and stay in the trees where Fly couldn't find it, because as you saw all the way near the end, Fly stole the illusion finally and got those auras for himself. Luckily they was very close to Monkeys' respawn, otherwise that DK would not have survived. But yeah, Monkeys killed Ryoya with that illusion as well, by keeping it out of Fly's vision.
Well,
what a chaotic fight.
Still a 4K lead for EG, nevertheless. A small landslide in XP and gold. As you can see, the graph is still righting itself, so it's slightly curving on both ends. But definitely getting in the action already. Just waiting for the late game to kick on these two. And also, Sammy Boy with his Terrorblade. Wait a minute. Basher, TB?
Yes. So you know
I only think it's only because of the Abyssal Blade to have that extra mobility.
Yes.
That would be the reasonable idea behind it. He also has really fast right-click speed, so probably not the worst on Metamorph. Random over... yeah.
It's mostly jumping into the bubble. Like, I was thinking about an MKB, but at the same time, there's still so much damage to deal with that, yeah, if you tank up and then you can jump in, that's probably the way to go. So I like this Abyssal choice.
There was some smart micro as well 20 seconds ago with Fly, with the Ogre Bruiser denying the DD in front of Sammy Boy's Terrorblade. Could almost say that's a really big deny. Maelstrom now built on RTZ. He's got MKB, Orchid. We spoke pre-stream, or actually pre-game, about the Orchid's beneficial. I mean, the money that it costs now dropped by 400.
Mm-hmm.
Very cheap, still as good as it used to be.
Yeah, like you took a little bit of a hit in the mana regen and I think in the aim department, but...
Another stun coming in as well, as they will take down Kidrak. Crit on the run. They get the X mark on Gunner. He's still got his BKB, but he gets X marked backwards before he gets it off. He gets the stun onto the Kunkka, and as his BKB is starting to wear off, there's the buyback from the Clockwork, trying to look for a potential hookshot, but he's not going to hookshot anywhere. He's still in base. He doesn't have a TP available. They will take down the RTZ illusion. Meanwhile, they got the roll in from Ocean. The ultimate coming in as well, and they will do a lot of damage onto the Arc Warden. That is actually the real one. They take down the real one, so he wasn't even his illusion. The one that died before. Kidtrek in the middle as well. He's in harm's way, and there's a boat coming in as well, but it's not going to do much work. He will kill off Ocean, but at the same time, Gunner is just dishing out hits. Crit. They got the disruption save. Husky saving his teammates in the nick of time, and Gunner stays alive. They take down Ryoya. Triple kill for Sammy Boy. Ultra kill for Sammy Boy on the Terror Blade. Oh, holy moly indeed. This guy, this team, they go straight for Roche. That's Aegis, that's G's.
That is well played. He has been so good at avoiding the kill threshold of that Zeus all game now. He has been positioning really nicely just in case those ultimates came out, and he's reaping the benefits right now. This man has been farming all this time, and he is a beast now. Look at that, he business finished as well. He is ready to jump RTZ.
He's ready to roll. The TB is looking big, scary, as he's supposed to. What about RTZ? He's only had that Maelstrom up for a bit. He is farming fast, but he's not keeping up with this Terrorblade. There's too many heroes on their team sharing the farm. The Kunkka. And Fly is 10,000 net worth in on this Bombi. Well, yeah. I guess that's the Midas.
A little bit, yes. It also, the experience gain on that got buffed, though not a lot. I'm not sure still if it's like worth it unless you also get to hit as many creeps as he does. But since they haven't been overly active towards the dire side of the map, we've just been able to push waves.
Yep, EG has such good vision as well. They've got the Ops Ward placed in the back, so they see all of this happening, but they still have Enchantress in trouble in the front line. The boat will connect onto the TV. Gunner in the front as well. Pops his BKB as well. They're going to take down the Enchantress if they can. He's very low on HP, but can they take down the Ench? He's still sitting on a silver HP, and they will take him down. They will finally finish him. They will take down the Husky as well. He was forced out from the fight. The Sunder onto Ryoya from Sammy Boy as well at the same time, and looking for the damage. The stuns will come out as well, and there are no more buybacks actually available on EG right now. The only one is the Zeus, and Zeus is being stunned in the backline as well. And RTZ, can RTZ survive in this? He's forced to run the cogs from Kidtrek. He's got 3 guys inside. He's buying time for his teammate. RTZ TP out already. No! Denied! And a triple kill for Gunner as well. And that means that they can just take this tier 2 if they just get that creep wave on the way, so they can get rid of that backdoor protection. And they keep on going. Team wipe for 4Zoomers. And they are punishing EG right now.
That was the fight. And I was so worried for 4Zoomers because they went on Fly and Fly just wasn't dying. But with this amount of HP on the side of 4Zoomers, they just simply didn't have the damage.
Well, they are sieging up. They will take the bot tier 3. They will take the melee racks and the range as well. They won't be able to get anything more done, however. There's still a tier 2 up in mid, and they don't have a creep wave around. Aegis is still up for 2.5 minutes. That means that they will have Metamorph up for another team fight if they want to fight during the Aegis. Husky, what an insane cast range from this guy. Gets his ulti on Kidtrek, but he flees into the trees.
I think it's a bit of a shame that I haven't exactly seen them place any new wards on the Dire, but a lot of them have all been placed in their own jungle around in Roche, and now they've won 2 fights. They want to play up.
Metamorph is out, but he's got a Pistol Blade. Fly, gotta be careful here. They know this Bombi's been ridiculous to fight against. That attack speed slow has been nasty. Swap coming in, stuns, magical damage more than enough to blow up Fly. Another creep wave coming in at the same time so they can finish the tier 2 tower. RTZ desperately trying to push in that bottom wave. Now they get the hook shot as wait, they don't actually even get it off, and Crit is
Oh,
sacrificed. Oh no, oh no, they lose another one. Buyback coming in from the Zeus as well. Rio, you have to pop his BKB. 4Zoomers are forcing EG inside behind their tier 4 tower. Sammy Boy almost going ham here, but he still has that Aegis. Gunner has still got 1200 HP remaining. They throw in the RTZ illusion, gets disarmed, gets sundered even by Sammy Boy, so he's almost back to full HP. Here comes the stun as well on Kittrack. The bubble save from RTZ for now. They can't get the right clicks in. Ryoya also hiding inside the bubble. Sammy Boy can't hit anyone at the moment. He doesn't have a metamorph. He's just right clicking these guys in melee form. There's the Nimbus coming in as well. The X mark is there too. The bubble save from Husky. How much can they do to save him? I don't think they might just get him out from harm's way. Pops another Q to slow them down, and a lot of damage coming in as well. They pop the soul catcher. The Aegis pops, and it will get him back into the fight as well. Gunner trying to look for the Zeus, but the disarm coming in just timely here from the Kunkka as well, and Gunner just standing between them. There's a Ghost Scepter used by Crit. He will survive the bubble to keep them safe, and they might have just expended. They might have stayed here for a bit too long. DK gets his blink off. He's X-marked, but he gets his BKB off, and the swap from Monkeys Forever. He will get to safety. They won't be able to save Husky though, so they will end up losing 3 heroes in this, but EG hold the defense. They hold their base.
I was just overzealous from 4Zoomers. They had a mid tower to siege. Instead they run out, and I gotta say, I think that Husky could have timed his disruptors a little bit better, because you can totally save people from that X mark. Yep. If you use it before they get pulled back.
See if EG can make something happen. They've enchanted the Venge Spirit for themselves for at least another 60 seconds. And we're talking about a Pipe aura, a Vlad's aura, a Venge aura. So Fly can just right click with the Hurricane Pike outside of the tower aggro range as well, even if this creep wave were to die, but they're just clearing this tower just by them too.
Look at it melted.
It's just these two.
Yep.
The Midas is paying off for sure.
Dividends. I mean, I also think that the Midas is just an easy item to help deal with any Dominator creeps from the enemy. Like, you can justify it on that point alone to yourself. Still though, it's Ench, you can just enchant them.
Yep, you can enchant them, but with the Venge aura...
Abyssal Blade!
Yeah, that's the illusion probably going down. He's smartly staying in the trees. Does get Orchided up.
Yeah, but you can see the power
He's got the Scotty. He's got the Scotty on the TB. He's 3.7k HP right now. This guy's unkillable. Literally unkillable. 35-minute bounties will spawn. RTZ still pushing in the top wave. And
this is the first time in 10 minutes that he's been able to just split push a wave at all. I don't think he'll get to force anyone back, but at the very least it's only 2 waves against them.
For now it is an illusion push, waiting for EG to potentially make a mistake. 4Zoomers, they did extend or overextend a bit too much last time. So they're taking this safely. They're doing the safe push, waiting for Roche to come up. 40 seconds minimum.
They've just pushed the entirety of the EG lineup back in their base, but that said, Artura's got his boots of travels. You can't stop him.
How do EG fight? How do EG fight, Kips? What do they need to focus? What is the main thing that they need to think about?
The main thing that they need to think about? It's gonna be rough no matter what.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, they just can't seem to get they can't focus the Terrorblade because of the BKB threat, and he will just sunder up again. What they're doing with the DK is correct. They're halberding him after he gets the blink stun, because they're always stunning someone else except the Kunkka, who is the halberd holder. Plus, you don't really want to initiate on the Kunkka. You want to take down the squishies first. So if they can get Husky out of the fight, I can see a fight really going well for EG. If they, like Kittrack's been doing.
Like if they have to. The point for me is more that you don't want to fight, really. If you're forced to, then yeah, you'll try to get Husky out of the way. Not just because of the saves, but also because of the illusion spams.
Yeah.
And he's, I think, the only 4-staff holder on his team. Yep. So once he's gone, you can actually stick on top of targets.
There's also a near max timer Roshan. Was looking at 2 minutes
Your
40.
other option
Yeah.
is to kill monkeys forever as fast as possible and grab his illusion.
Yep, that's one way to go.
I think that would be my preferred style, just because you minus one hero on the other side who's going to put himself in danger anyway. Like you go on anyone that he's likely to save, he goes in, you kill him, you make sure you got enchant ready, and then you're fighting, well, 6v4.
Dyer's courier is dead.
Husky's courier will be sniped by Arteezy's illusion. They won't get the money. They won't get the money from this one though.
Ooh, Flicker. Now Flicker's been changed a bit to be a little bit more reliable. You can't blink that close to yourself anymore. And I think your maximum range has been adjusted a little bit, so you don't blink that far away anymore either. But at the very least, you're not going to get the completely useless, like, oh, I was literally in this spot, Flicker, thanks.
Yeah.
Kind of blinks anymore.
Yeah, well, at least it's a dispel, but you really want to use it when you need to. And look at the silence and the disarm onto Gunnar. He finally pops his BKB to keep him safe up a bit longer, and Kitrak is unable to create anything with this hook shot, and they will just destroy this illusion right away. They're swapping him around, stunning him around, making sure they get the money from it. But it's 34.8 seconds, this quickening charm. The cooldown reduction, they can just have that illusion almost up for, what, 12, 14 second downtime, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Almost the whole time. Haste rune for Gunnar, looking very good.
Yeah, you can see that 4Zoomers are really just waiting for that Roche respawn, and EG know it, so they're smoking for it now. Trying to scout out diffusion. I think I found this ward, but they can't take it down now without breaking the smoke.
They've got somebody. The Radiant Scan will connect completely on top of 4Zoomers. Kings are coming out from Ryoya that we should probably get out of here. And now the smokes will pop. They've got the vision. They see Ryoya on the low ground. The swap coming in from Monkeys Forever, and they can take down this Conquer right away before he even gets his BKB off. He's down.
Oh, no.
It's already dead. There's the saving disruption coming in as well, trying to keep their spirit alive just a bit longer. BKB popped by Gunnar as well, trying to give the chase onto Flies Enchantress. He gets stunned up by Monkeys Forever, and as well the bubble coming in from Arteezy, keeping them alive. The BKB as well from Ocean, and Arteezy with his illusion trying to throw out as many hits as he can, but he's not doing any damage. He's not doing any real damage. Kitrak goes down to Sammy Boy. They will clear out Arteezy's illusion. Meanwhile, at the same time, they're so spreaded, and they're just trying to make things happen. Meanwhile, they've got the bubble in the backline. They've got Fly. They've got the Enchantress isolated from this fight, and Sammy Boy is looking for anyone he can find right now. The stun coming in from Zeus, but there we have the Metamorph Fear, the Axe buff on Sammy Boy. I didn't even notice that he's got an Aghanim's Blessing. He popped his Metamorph, and the Zeus came running out of the trees yelling, ah! And then he just killed him right away. The bubble's gonna keep this tower up, just up for a little bit. And GG.
GG. I can't fault Crit for running away screaming there. That was terrifying. And by the way, did you see how Gunnar killed Fly? Because Fly was standing in the neutral camp, and Gunnar, well, we'd seen the 1v1 before, and it did not end in Gunnar's favor. So instead of attacking Fly, he attacked the creep next to him and splashed all the damage onto him. Fly was dead in 2 seconds.
I wasn't looking at that one. I only momentarily saw about what was going on in top as they had him isolated from the fight. But I was just watching what is the Terrorblade going to do with the BKB out, and he just pops Metamorph, and everybody's feared. So 4Zoomers, very convincing victory here. EG definitely made them fight for it, but they didn't have the damage to deal with this. They had ideas, they knew the things that they need to do correct, but they were just outpowered, outfarmed in a sense against 4Zoomers.
Yep. And the point of EG's draft was that was not supposed to happen. They played this Zeus versus the TB before. They had a really nice, 4 active hero lineup, and they could have been hunting that TB, or at least that was the thought. Like, we keep him down, our tour is going to get more farm than him, so even if the TB can, itemize into being a nice matchup for that, he shouldn't have those items. But Sammy Boy just really well played. I think a lot of it is down to his positioning on the map, his decision making in his HP management as well. And he was just never really a good target, not even in the fights. So that's how 4Zoomers get out from under this EG Zeus.
4Zoomers 1 win closer to the grand finals. Can they do it again against EG, or will EG have the perseverance to tie it up and get revenge against 4Zoomers? We'll find out after the break. Don't go anywhere.